traditional. Few of them, they believe in digital marketing.
Okay.
But what I wanted to say is just the world is now changing. Everything is turning digital.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. So I'll be kicking off first of all by introducing the meaning of real estate. Because you know, a lot of people think real estate is really talking about building. It's not just building. Are you getting me? It's not just building. You know, talking about real estate, you talk about
Yes, it's not
yeah,
just building.
yeah, it's not just building. Yeah, it's talking about the land along with any land, whether natural or man-made. Now, talking about whether natural or man-made, you you get to see you get to see you get to see natural you get to see waters, trees, minerals, buildings, homes, fences, and bridges. Now, there's a lot of misconception in real estate industry. Now, I'm trying to drop the basic guide on real estate. Are you getting me? I'm trying to drop the basic guide on real estate before we can unlock the main package for tonight's webinar. Because if I don't lay a foundation on this, a lot of people will not understand. You know, and a lot of persons have this short-term gain in mind about real estate, right? Hello, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people have this short-term gain in mind when it comes to real estate, because real estate deals with long-term. If you really want to benefit more in it, it deals with long-term planning, long-term gain. Because there's a saying that says a short-term gain will cost you a long-term pain, right? Yeah, so it's high time a lot of people are actually educated on the dynamics when it comes to real estate investment. So I'll be unleashing the guide. As I said earlier, I will first of all define the meaning of real estate before we'll take it up from there. As I said, real estate is actually the land along with any permanent improvement attached to the land, whether natural or man-made. Now, when I talk about whether natural or man-made improvement here, that's where we get the water, so we get the trees, we get the minerals, the buildings, the homes and fences. Yeah. Now, real estate is actually a form of real property. Are you getting me? Now, most persons don't understand the difference with this. Now, real estate, as I said, is actually a form of what? Of real property. Now, it also differs from personal property. Are you getting me? It differs from personal property. Now, I would say personal property could be personal belongings, like let me say something that are not temporary. Are you getting? Sorry, something that are temporary, like your furniture, your vehicles, your boats, your jewelries, and your farm equipment, and all that. Now that's talking about your personal property. Are you with me? Now it is different. It is different from real property. It is different from real estate. Now, estate here in the context is actually a property. Okay, I can say Perovia, Precious Azuonwu, all the way from Port Harcourt. You're welcome, sir. Yeah. So I can see that a lot of people don't understand the difference between real property and personal property. Now, as I said here, personal property is talking about your what? Your vehicle, your boat, your jewelry, furniture, and farm equipment, and all that. But there are key points. There are key points that I have to ponder on in real estate, because real estate is a class of what? Of real property that includes what? Land. Are we together? That include what? Land. You know, land is actually a free gift of nature. You get me? There was a post I made yesterday. I don't know how many of us saw it on Facebook. I don't know, Sarah. I believe you saw that post. I talked about the best investment. Yeah, I talked about the best investment on earth is real estate. You can remember, right? Yeah. The best investment, because I'm talking from experience. I'm actually speaking from experience. Now, let me share an experience some years back. I met an elderly woman about 50 years and above. And there's a particular area she was staying here in Lagos, Nigeria. And she told me that as at 22 years ago, a plot of land was costing about, let me say, about 15,000 naira. Let me use your word for 15,000 naira. Yeah, and after 22 years, a property in that particular location is worth 45 million naira. Are you seeing it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people make mistake. A lot of persons make mistake when it comes to real estate investment. And why? Because they don't understand the main categories and the area they actually invest in. Because when it comes to real estate investment, we have five major categories in real estate. Talking about your residential real estate, or probably your residential property, commercial property, and industrial property, your raw land, and special use. Now, when it comes to your residential property, it talks about a property used for family homes, cooperatives, duplexes, and all that. Are you getting me? Yeah. Now that's talking about your residential property. Now, when people want to make investment in real estate, they don't know how to separate from personal property and real property, talking about real estate. And a lot of persons have actually eaten their future. They've eaten their future by investing more in personal property than real property. Are we together?
Yes,
Hello?
yes.
Yeah. They've actually eaten their future by investing in personal property. What do I mean? Buying of cars and all those stuffs. You've not owned the land. Just like, imagine someone that lives in a rented apartment. You live in a rented apartment, and you are actually driving a car worth $1,000 or $2,000, as the case may be. What do you think? That's foolishness. But that's true. That's foolishness. Now, because they don't know how to differentiate from personal property and real property. As I said, the best investment on earth is what? Is earth itself, is real estate. Now, earth is real estate. Are we together? Earth is real estate. Now, why? Because they don't have a basic knowledge. They don't have a basic knowledge on real estate and personal property, on real estate property and personal property. That's why they do that. But by the end of this webinar, they'll be able to differentiate personal properties and real property. Okay, yeah. I have some slides to show to us. Okay, but before I do that, there are some important things I would love to share with us. You don't wait. When it comes to real estate, you don't wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate and wait. Just like the story I shared to us. The lady that told me about the story of a landed property as at then, 22 years ago, was worth 15,000 naira. And after 22 years after, that same property is worth 45 million naira. Now, a lot of us streaming live or connecting to this webinar, we are young people, and we make money. And most people, they will be like, but Charles Vin, getting into real estate, you need to have a certain amount of money. But that's not true. Now, do you know that with as little as $5 daily, you can invest in real estate? Are you aware? With as little as with as little as $5, that's in Nigerian currency, that's about 1,905 naira. With as little as $5, you can invest in real estate on a daily basis. You get me? Because you don't wait. Thank you very much. Now, someone is asking me how. That's amazing. Now, let's multiply it. But that's actually on installment. That is called land banking, or that's called property banking. For those of us that are asking me how, that's called property banking. Now that's why I say real estate is not a short-term planning, it's a long-term planning. Are you getting me? It's a long-term planning. Now let us minus from the lady that was 50 something, let me say approximately 50 years old. 22 years ago, she was 28 years old. She was 28 years old. And now the property as at then was sold for 15,000 naira. And now it is sold for 45 million naira. Are you getting me? Just imagine that this lady did the land banking or the property banking as at then. She would have turned to a millionaire by now. But as I'm talking to you, she still lives in a rented apartment in Lagos State. That's annoying. That's annoying. Now, you know, you don't wait for you to see those mistakes, or probably I will call it lessons. You learn from other people's mistake. Now, there was a quote I said, I will still say it again. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. Now, talking about how you can do that by getting a property, or by being a property owner with $5 in 10 months. In 10 months, if you multiply $5, let's say $5 in 10 months, because a dollar should be 381 as that when I checked it, times 10 months, that's about $3,810. Now in our Nigerian currency, because I believe the person that asked me this question is streaming from Nigeria. Now with 1,900 naira, times 10 months, you could get how much? That's every day. Are we together? Every day. That's 365. Sorry, every day, 1,900 every day. That's for 31 days. For 31 days is about 58,900 naira. Are we together? 58,900 naira. Now you now multiply it by 10 months. Now by 10 months, you can own a property with as low as $5. If you multiply it every day, you will get about 589,000 naira. I don't know if I've answered the question for the person that asked me how. Please, if I've answered your question, I will love you to respond by dropping your chat or by coming live to speak to us. Okay, yeah. So you don't wait. Okay, fine. Okay, that's awesome. So you don't wait to buy property. You buy property and wait, because real estate is an investment you make not only for yourself but for your children to come. Are you getting me? You know, remember,
Yes.
Buying real estate is not only the best way, but the quickest way, the safest way, and the only way to become wealthy. How many of us believe that landlord become rich while sleeping? Property owner become rich while sleeping. How many of us believe that?
I do believe that.
You do believe it, right?
Yes, yes.
Because property appreciates in value, not just on a daily basis, but every second it does. Yeah, it does. Now remember, most people, when they buy property, they look at the money. No, you don't look at the money, but you look at the value. You price is what you pay. Remember, price is what you pay, then value is what you get. Because the property you paid for 15 years ago for like $100, just calculate 10 years from now. That's why I said real estate is actually a long-term goal. It's not a short-term planning. That's the mistake a lot of people make. Is a long-term goal, is not a short-term goal. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, price is what you pay. It could be $100. It could be $1,000. Yes. Just like I said, with $5 every day for 31 days, you can own a property in 10 months. That's in Nigerian currency. That's about 589,000 naira in 10 months. In 10 months. There, this local savings we do in Nigeria is called akawo. Let me use the local word for it. It's called akawo. Most people do it 1,500 naira every day. That's about $4 every day. But do you know that with doing that, you can still own a property for 10 months? You can become a property owner for 10 months. Are you getting me? That's for land banking. That's for land banking. Because even if you save your money in the bank, you won't get an interest on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of getting an interest, before you know, they will even deduct the money you have. There's a particular account I operate in Nigeria. And for long, I've not funded that particular account. But the money I had in that account, when I checked last, they've deducted what I had in the account. Are you seeing it?
Yes, yes. Those are the service charges.
Thank you very much. Those are the service charges. But you know that if you can do the same in land banking, you're actually securing your future. And what investing in real estate does, it also gives us what? Financial security, financial dominion as well. Because the property you have or the property you are intending to have does not depreciate in value. Rather, it does what? It appreciates in value.
Yes, yes.
Now remember, 90% of millionaires become rich through owning a real estate. Are you aware?
Sure.
Yeah, they
You're
do.
right.
Yeah, 90% of millionaires, they become rich. How many of us know, I don't know if you remember Warren Buffett.
Yes.
One-time richest man, right? Now, do you know that part of how he made his money was through real estate? Likewise, Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, likewise, Robert Kiyosaki. There are too numerous to mention. Even Donald Trump. He also had investment in real estate. Now, 90% of people or millionaires, they become wealthy through what? Through real estate. Are you getting me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you buy land, there's a lot you make when you in buying land. There's a lot you make when you buy a land, and not just that, you are also securing the financial security of your kids. Now remember, you buy real estate in areas where the part exists rather. Are we together? Please take note of what I'm saying. Buy real estate in areas where the part exists, and buy more real estate where there is no part, but you can create your own parts. Now, from what I just said so far, I will still point it back to the lady I told you about, the lady that refused to invest in real estate 22 years ago, and she's still living in a rented apartment. Are you getting me? She's still living in a rented apartment, and that's a blow on my face. I'm still a young guy, and I wouldn't want to make the same mistake. Are you getting me? I wouldn't want to make the same mistake that young lady made, or that elderly woman made, because whenever she says, she's like, Charles Vin, don't make the same mistake I made. There are lots of opportunities in real estate, and a lot of people, a lot of youth are actually wasting money in personal property. Remember what I told you about personal properties, right?
Yes, yes.
Cars and jewelries, diamond, all those stuffs. That doesn't make sense. Are you getting me? Now, I want to share a story. I don't know how many of us know what's his name? The owner of Zenith Bank, Jim Ovie. Hello. How many of us know the owner of? How many of us know this? The owner of Zenith Bank, one of the biggest bank in Africa. Now, Jim Ovie invested in his bank with 20 million naira about more than 20 years ago. More than 20 years ago, and there was a particular musician then in Nigeria. His name is Shina Peter. Shina Peter invested in cars, luxury cars. Are you getting me? He invested in luxury cars more than 20 years ago with 20 million naira. The same amount of money the owner of Zenith Bank used in opening Zenith Bank more than 20 years ago, 20 million naira. Now, do you know that as I'm talking to you, the owner of Zenith Bank is worth more than $500 million? Yeah. is worth more than $500 million. And the car the musician bought, that Shina Peter bought, is actually, I don't know, they're out of value. Because one thing most people don't know about getting a personal property, let me say, for instance, a car. As soon as you buy a car from a car link and you drive it out of that car link, the value has dropped. Are you aware?
Yeah.
Yeah, the value has dropped. Because it does what?
It does depreciate.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it does depreciate. Yeah. So I was just checking what took place between Shina Peter and Jimovie. That's the owner of Zenith Bank. And Jimovie actually invested in his business, and he actually invested in his business. Why Shina Peter invested in frivolities, invested in cars and all those stuffs. And that's a mistake a lot of youth are making today. A lot of youth are making those same mistakes today. You see so many youths driving luxurious cars, but they're still living in a rented apartment. Why not invest in a property, own a property of your own, at least, if not for yourself, but for the benefit of your children? Now, some of the suffering a lot of children or a lot of people are going through today is a result of what their parents did. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Due to ignorance or due to negligence of investment. You get? That's why a lot of people are suffering today. You know. Now I'll use myself as an example. The mistake my dad made, I wouldn't love to make that same mistake. Elizabeth, you're welcome. Thanks for joining.
Yes.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. So as I was saying, the mistake my dad made, I wouldn't want to make that same mistake, because for you to understand the future, you read history. You're welcome, Elizabeth. You're welcome. So
Yes.
yeah,
Okay,
thank you very much. Well, we were discussing about uh, the do's and don'ts in real estate, and before you joined us, we actually discussed about the meaning of real estate, differentiating what real estate property is and personal property as well. So yeah, so I'll be sharing my slide any moment from now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be sharing my slide.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. I will share my slide any moment
Thank
from
you
now.
very much.
Yeah, and I also talked about you don't, when it comes to real estate investment, you don't wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate and wait, because why? It is a long-term investment. It's not a short-term investment, because there's a saying that goes this way, that a short-term gain is a long-term pain. Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. A short-term gain is a long-term pain. When it comes to real estate, it is with long-term gain, and also a long-term pain as well. So when it comes to the long-term pain, there are lots of principles. There are lots of things involved in it that many people are not patient enough. They are not patient enough to actually get. And the price is what you pay when it comes to real estate, and value is what you get. Why? Because real estate appreciates in value. It does not depreciate in value. Are we together? It appreciates in value. Yeah. So price is what you actually pay. Why the value is what you get. And before now, I talked about how you can become a property owner with $5 on a daily basis. Are you there, Elizabeth?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually repeating what I said because of you. Please.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm actually repeating what I said because of you. So I actually gave a breakdown of it with $5 on a daily basis in 21 days. Yeah, because a dollar is 380. That's in our Nigerian currency, 380, 81 naira. That's $5. Are you getting me? Yeah. Yes. So with $5 every day, you can own a property in 10 months. You can become a property owner in 10 months. Now, for those of us that are connecting from Tanzania, there's a partner of mine, there's a real estate investment company in Tanzania I'm actually working with. So I'm going to connect most of you to the real estate company. For those of you that may be interested in making an investment in real estate, that's those of you connecting from Del Salem, right? Did I get the spelling correctly? Del Salem.
Yes.
Okay, Del Salem. Okay, and those of you connecting from Arusha, and yeah. So, and I also said, landlords, whereas property owners grow rich in their sleep. Property owners, they grow rich in their sleep. Now, talking about the personal property and real property. Real property talk about your land, your buildings, and all that. While personal property talks about your vehicle, jewelries, and all those stuffs. Daniel and Wembwa, you're welcome. Thanks for connecting. No, as I was saying, personal property talks about jewelries, cars, and all those stuffs. Because I've discovered a lot of youths, they drive luxurious cars and they still live in a rented apartment. Do you think it's right? It's an open question. Do you think it's right?
Yeah.
Hello, Daniel. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I heard you.
You're welcome, sir. So that's what I'm asking. Do you think it's right to invest in personal property like cars, jewelry, and all that when you're still living in a rented apartment?
I don't get you.
Okay. Well, I said real property. That real property is different from personal property. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, real property is talking about land, buildings. It's talking about land, buildings, and so on and so forth. Are you getting me? Why?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Why personal property is talking about vehicle? That's a car. It's talking about vehicle, jewelries, and gadgets. All those luxurious stuffs. You understand? Now, I'm asking a question. This is actually an open question because I want this webinar to be very interactive. I want it to be very, very interactive here. Now, I'm asking an open question. Do you think it's right to invest in personal property when you are still living in a rented apartment? Do you think it's right?
To invest in personal properties and you are still living in an apartment?
Yeah, in a rented apartment. Do you think it's right?
Yeah, it's right. For me, it's right.
For you, it's right.
It's not.
Yeah.
Why is it right, please, Daniel? I would love you to talk to us. Talk to us, please.
Okay.
It's not right.
You are renting an apartment.
Okay.
No, you rent.
You are renting an apartment.
No, hold on, Daniel, hold on. No, what I meant is you are living in a rented apartment, and you own a luxury car like vehicle and other stuff, jewelries, getting expensive clothes, expensive stuff, and at least instead of you using the money that you actually use in getting those stuff. Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Now I get you. It's not right.
Okay, it's not right. Okay.
Yeah, it's not right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So so that's it. And I said something earlier. I said the best investment on earth is real estate. Are you getting me? The best investment on earth is real estate because it appreciates in value. Not just that, it also gives you financial security as well and financial dominion. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Yeah, because if you should buy a car from a car link, the very moment you drive the car out of that car link, it drops in value.
Yes.
Yeah, and I shared a story before you guys join us about two Nigerian men. One is a banker and one is a musician. One of them invested about 20 million naira more than 20 years ago in his business, and as I'm talking to you today, he's worth more than 500 million US dollars. Why the other person, the musician, invested in cars. He bought cars with that same 20 million naira more than 20 years ago. Now, are you seeing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I said 90% of millionaires became rich through real estate. They became rich through real estate. They became rich through real estate. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I have a few minutes. So I'll be sharing my slide. I'll be sharing my slide now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So trust you all are seeing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is real estate investment secrets for youth, and here we have the today's discussion talking about the outline of today's topic in real estate investment secrets for youth, where we discuss about the meaning of real estate, which you can find on my slide. The meaning of real estate, property investment, while investment in real estate, understanding real estate, the benefit of property investment, mistakes made in real estate investment, real estate and you, physical characteristics of real estate, and how the real estate sector works. That's how the real estate industry actually operates. Are we together? How the real estate, how the real estate sector actually operates, and not just that. Now, there's a lot in store when it comes to going digital in real estate. Sarah will be discussing more on that, and Precious Azuonwu, he will be discussing more on that as well. But before that, I will run through my slide. Now, talking about the meaning of real estate, you all can see it, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, you all can see it. Yeah, real estate property purchase for the purpose of what?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah, for the purpose of what? Earning what? Earning a return on what? On investment. Are we together? Earning a return on investment, yeah. And if you check, I also differentiate real estate is the land along with what? Any permanent improvement. Now, why did he talk about permanent improvement? Let me explain. Now, why he talk about permanent improvement? Because what? It appreciates what? In value. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yeah, because it appreciates in value. You get it appreciates in value. Yeah, that's what a lot of persons don't understand. Now, real estate is the land along with what? The permanent improvement attached to the land, whether natural or man-made, including water, trees, and all that. And the real estate is a form of what? Real property. It differs from personal property. It is different from personal property. Now, if you look through my slide very well, you will see that the personal property talks about what? Talks about vehicles, both jewelry, furniture, and farm equipment. Are we together? Now, just like what I explained to us, you can't be living in a rented apartment and you're driving luxurious cars and all those stuff. No, you don't do that. It's not a wise decision to make. Are you getting me? It's not wise at all. It's not wise. Now I'll be showing us a slide on investment property. Now there's a quote here by Robert Arnott. Investing in investing, what is comfortable is what is really profitable. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Yeah, what is comfortable is really what's profitable. Now, talking about this, it deals with a long-term goal. It deals with a long-term planning. It's not a short-term planning. Are we together? Not a short-term planning. It's not a short-term planning. It's actually a long-term planning. You get? Real estate is it is a long-term planning. Yeah. So in you ponder on this. In investing, what is comfortable is what is really profitable. Now you can see the picture of a building designed with dollars, right?
Yes.
Right? To tell you that, to tell you that there's a lot of treasures hidden in real estate investments. There's a lot of treasure hidden in it. And I also ponder on property investment is the best investment on earth. Okay, my time is fast spent, so I want you to run through the slide before calling up Sarah to speak with us. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Please, if you have a question, please prepare your question. There will be room for questions and answer. Okay. Now the next slide is why investment in real estate. Okay. Now remember what I told us earlier on. I talked about long term, right? Yeah. I won't be happy if I don't tell you guys the truth. I have to be sincere. I have to be extremely sincere in unleashing this stuff to us, because I've been to a lot of trainings and a lot of persons who don't want to tell you the whole truth. They will not open up everything to you when it comes to real estate. Most people think real estate is a Ponzi scheme where you invest $1,000 and you get $50,000 in 10 minutes. That's not how it works. Are you getting me? There are principles. There are principles that govern this industry. The principle that govern this industry. Are we together? Now, if you check on my slide, talk about long-term benefits, you will see it very well. Talk about real estate has what? It has a predictable what? Cash flow. Are we together? Now,
Yes.
now I want to ask a question. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you still live in a rented apartment?
No.
Okay, fine. But do you believe that the value of a rented apartment in your province as at 5 years ago, is it the same value now?
No, it will not be the same.
What's the difference? Can you just probably just share briefly with us?
Maybe the value, what I think after 5 years,
Yeah,
the value will be higher than what is the current value.
okay. Okay.
Because as you already explained, the value of this property, real estate property, keep on increasing with time.
Yeah, it does. It
With
does.
time.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is what I believe. After 5 years, the value will be higher than what the current value.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's talking about real estate has a predictable cash flow. That means 10 years from now, you can still predict the value of property, right? Based on the current value now. Correct or not? Hello, correct or not?
What? Say it again.
Okay, now, based on the current value of real estate in your province, remember, on why invest in real estate? Long-term benefits. Now, I'm trying to explain the long-term benefits here. Now, it will help you to do what? To predict your cash flow. Now, based on the current value in real estate in your province, if you're connected from Arusha, Dar es Salaam, and I don't know, and do you know that you can predict the value of property investment in 5 or 10 years coming? Are you aware? Correct or not?
Yes.
Correct, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, the next is what? Okay, real estate appreciates in value. Okay, real estate can be leveraged. Real estate provide what? Equity build up, and real estate gains are what? Are deferable. Are we together? Now, moving over to the next slide. Moving over to the next slide. Talked about why you need to understand real estate. Why you need to understand what? Real estate. Now, understanding real estate, you know, there are there are terms in understanding real estate, because there are benefits right and attached to this. Altogether, there are benefits rights attached to this. Yeah, there are benefits attached to this, and okay. Okay, yeah, I will explain more on this. There's a particular slide I actually spent more this thing on this particular slide. So the benefit, yeah. Now part of what I shared with us from the previous slide, from why real estate, part of what I shared with us, the benefit of real estate, why is a great investment option. Remember, it has passive what income. Are you seeing it? Now,
Yes.
now the truck you saw there is just like a symbol. The truck you saw there just like a symbol. You understand? Now it has passive income. It also it also has a growth potential, and there's stability in it as well. There's stability in it. Okay. Now moving over to how to invest as a youth. Now, Elizabeth, you remember that I was sharing stuff with us about land banking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. Grace, I don't know if you are still there. Are you still with us? Mrs. Grace? Mrs. Grace? Okay. Are you still connected? Are you still connected? You know, you actually threw a question on this property banking. You threw a question on this property banking. Now, how you invest? Number one, you have to catch a vision and set a goal on it. Are you getting me? Because there's something it does to you. Catching a vision or setting a goal, it makes you to be focused on what you want to achieve. That's having a blueprint on what you want to achieve, and also setting a benchmark on when you want to achieve it. Because one thing is to catch a vision of what you want to achieve. Another thing is to know when you want to achieve it and how you intend to achieve it. Now you can invest in it by following this pattern on my slide. You can actually go do it via partnership. Now remember, the bank owner I told you about that used 20 million naira more than 20 years ago to invest. Remember, the money was not just his money alone. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to partner with some persons. Now this is when partnership now comes in play. Are you getting me? He had to partner with some persons now, and he also rendered a service. He rendered a service too. Are you getting me? He also rendered a service as well. Now there's a funny slide I want to show to us, and I would love us to ask a question on this particular slide. This is it. Why many youths will die broke and poor? Are we lost in the picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's this young man thinking? He has double thoughts, right? On what and what, please? On what and what, please?
Thinking on betting.
Okay. Daniel, Daniel, he's thinking on betting and what again?
Investing on real estate agency.
God bless you. Now, Daniel, okay, go on.
Thinking about, yeah, as I can see here about house. Another thing he's thinking about, I don't know if it's betting. It seems like betting.
Okay. Okay, now, Daniel, I want to ask you a question. This is a personal question. Okay, and now I believe as I'm talking to Daniel, I'm also talking to every one of us too. Or I don't know. You may know someone that have the same thoughts. either thinking of placing a bet or probably thinking of investing in real estate. Are we together? Now, Daniel, from the thought of this young man, what can you say?
Yeah.
What can you say if you're given the opportunity, or if you're given, let me say, $2,000? When it comes to placing of bets, there's this thing about using little to increase what you have, right? In less than 2 hours or 30 minutes, right?
Yes.
Because it's just like a quick get rich quick stuff. I don't know. Am I
Magic
communicating?
bullet.
God bless you. Yeah, thank you
No.
very much. Yeah. So Daniel, what can you say, or what do you have to say about the slide that you're seeing?
What?
What do you have to say on this, placing a bet or investing in real estate? What do you have to say? Because from my quotes, I said, why many youths will die broke and poor? So what do you have to say from placing a bet or probably investing in land or investing in real estate? What do you have to say on this?
What I can say is, I think investing on land is a better thing than placing a bet, because as you have told us earlier, that when investing in real estate, cash flow is predictable. You can predict your cash flow, but placing a bet is too risk. It's like gambling. So in gambling, you can't predict your cash flow. So I think investing in real estate is better.
Whoa, that's amazing. That's amazing. Daniel, this is an intelligent, quick answer. Whoa, that's amazing. Okay, Remy, are you live? Remy. Hello, Remy. Okay, Elizabeth.
Yes.
Yeah, I would also love you to say something about this particular slide. Why many youths will die broke and poor? So what do you have to say when it comes to placing of bet or investing in real estate? What do you have to say? We are listening. We are listening.
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah, talk to us. Talk to us. I'm asking you a question. Talk to us.
Can you repeat your question? Sorry.
Okay, yeah. From the quotes I wrote on this slide, I said, why many youths will die broke and poor? Are you getting me? Why many youths will die broke and poor? Now, why did I bring up this? So based on the foundation of what we're discussing about, we're talking about real estate investment and all that. Are we together? Now, there's a picture here of a young man thinking about either he will place a bet or invest in real estate. So, in your own understanding or perception, what do you think? What do you think could be of this young man if you're standing in his position? What do you think?
For me, what I grab from that picture or slide is that many youth, they are not tolerant. They want something, if for example, in terms of business, they want something which can pay
immediately,
quickly.
Okay.
Immediately.
Okay.
Rather than waiting for some maybe years or what, they can't relate. So that's why also it's difficult maybe to invest in such kind of business like real estate, because it's not a kind of that business which pay someone.
Okay.
Like if you invest, you start investing and then you start getting the returns. It's not like that. So
whoa. That's excellent. Amazing.
that is,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, well, this is actually an open question. It's an open question to okay. Please, can you all hear me? Because we're having a network, a little network disconnection here. Okay, we're back. Okay, fine. So, okay, now the next slide is the mistakes made in real estate investments. Are we all seeing the slide?
Yes.
Yeah, are we all seeing the slide? Now, these are the mistakes made in what? In real estate investment. Now, the number one mistake is what? Lack of research and knowledge, which is what we are getting now. That's information. Are you getting me?
Lack of research and knowledge.
Okay, lack of research and knowledge. Yeah. Now, you know, information.
Yes.
Information brings transformation and changes our situation. Did you hear me? Hello? Did you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I said information does
Yeah,
what?
yes.
Yeah. Information brings transformation and changes our situation. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now the next one talking about property investment is for cash up baby bumpers. Now talking about this cash up baby bumpers are people that actually have money already. Now do you know that you may have information and not have the money? Are you aware? Now that's when partnership now comes in play. Remember what I showed us on our previous slide about partnership? Are you seeing it? About partnership. Are you getting me? Now you may have information and not have what? The cash to do what? To invest in real estate. Now talking about property investing is for what? Catch up bump what? Babies. Talking about people that investors that have money but don't have what? Solid information or solid foundation when it comes to real estate. Now you that have an information on it, or you don't have the money, or you may not have the money in bulk. Yes, you may not have the money in bulk to invest into real estate, but gradually you can start up a daily savings on real estate investments. Are you getting me? Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, we're back. Thank you. Okay. Okay, yeah, so as I was saying, the mistake many people make in investment. Remember, we talked about long term, right? We talked about long term investment, right? Now,
Yes.
most people don't think what? Not thinking what? Not thinking long term. Are you getting it? Now,
Yes.
a lot of person buying only based on what? They buy only based on price. Remember, price is what you pay, while value is what you get. Are we together?
Yes.
Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Now, many people remove their eyes from the value. They are just after this. Are you getting me? Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and okay, and the next one, not saving early. Not saving early. Now, remember this slide. A lot of people spend their savings on this. They spend their savings on what? On placing bets. That's gambling. They are hoping that one day they are going to close. They are going to use $10 to make $100, but it doesn't work that way at times. Are you getting me? Now that's a living on a chance. Probably someone living on chance and all that, because you don't live by chance. You live based on planning. You actually plan what you do. Now a lot of people not saving early. Now if you check very well, this masterclass is designed for young people, so there are lots of benefits in it. Are you getting me? There are lots of benefits involved in this. Yeah. Now, do you agree with me that the first 20 to 25 to 27 years of a youth, that's when the youth sees more money? Are you aware?
Mm.
Am I communicating correct or not?
Yes.
Right? A lot of youth sees money when they are between their early 20s, 25 to 27, 29.
Mm.
Most likely. Correct or not?
Yes.
Correct, yeah. So a lot of youth, because what? They were not taught, or probably they kind of social capacity they have around them or so, they've built over around them or so, so they don't do what save early, not saving early. That's the mistake a lot of them make. You understand? Now, talking about buying emotionally. Hello, buying emotionally. What comes to your mind when you hear about buying emotionally? What comes to your mind?
Emotional.
Buying emotional.
Yeah, that's buying real estate emotional, buying property emotionally. What comes to your mind when you hear of that? It's an open question.
I don't understand.
Okay, you don't understand, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, let me explain. Let me explain. Sometime last year, because we all know I'm a realtor. I'm a real estate consultant. And sometime last year, I actually advertised a property online, and we got a call. I was assigned to take the client on an inspection. Are you getting me? This is actually a 5-bedroom duplex worth about 45 million or so. And do you know that the person that came to buy the property, they're actually a couple that came to buy the property. And do you know, one of when a couple comes to buy property, being a real estate consultant, who do you need to give more attention to? Is it the man or the lady?
The lady.
Why the lady? Why the lady? What's funny? But why the lady?
It depends. Sometimes the word vice versa might be true.
Okay.
Both of them. I think both of them.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
despise that.
Okay. Elizabeth. And then let me. Okay, fine. I believe we all are listening. Now, do you know that the lady had emotional switch, and we could not sell the property for her? Why? Because the kitchen was not luxurious as she expected. Yeah, because the interest of the wife in an apartment is the kitchen. Correct or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen buying emotionally. Now, the husband had it in mind to buy the property from us, but the wife actually, I don't know, she actually made him not to buy again from us. Yeah, we lost that deal. Are you getting me? Now,
yes.
Now, this with what? It is with emotional intelligence when it comes to sales. Now, Sara Ngonyani will be discussing more on that because she's a sales expert. Sara, hope you're listening.
Hello.
Hope you're listening.
Yes.
Hello, Sara.
Yes,
Hello. The call is breaking. Hello, Sara. Can you hear us? Okay, fine. If you're okay, fine. If you can hear me, please, I will love you to ponder more on
Hello.
this. Yes, Sara, I can hear you. I trust we all can hear. Okay. Now, Sara, I would like you to ponder more on this buying emotionally. That's
Yes, I can hear everyone.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay.
It's right in my session.
Okay. Now, as I said, we actually lost that deal because there was an emotional switch from the wife. We could not sell the property. I get it. We could not sell the property. Now, if the man, probably the husband, was the only person that came, we had a luxurious parlor. That's the luxurious family sitting room. The interest of the husband is actually the sitting room and the master's room. Correct or not?
Correct.
Yeah, the master's room, yeah. That's where they have more interest on. But the wives, the ladies have more interest in the kitchen. Sara, correct or not?
Okay. What I wanted to tell you, the home is for a woman.
Okay.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
I have my rental properties. It happens the same sometimes to me.
Okay.
The guy can come look at the apartment, he's comfortable, but he says like, oh, no, I have to bring my wife so that she decides.
Okay.
There's where I've come to learn, like deciding which home or which house to buy or to rent,
Yeah.
it's more of a woman thing, because I can say women are living in the houses more than men.
Yeah, yeah. You're correct.
A
You're correct.
man, yes, is interested on the living room and bedroom, but in most cases, they spend their time in bedrooms, living room.
Yeah, in the master's room.
Unless he had friends to come and visit. Yes.
Okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Why the next is not reviewing property portfolio. That's a lot of mistakes a lot of people make. I will share my experience. Sometime last year, someone sent us a ghost property. I believe you can hear me. A ghost property. What do I mean by ghost property? A property that does not exist. Property that does not exist. The person brought it to us to help market it and get a buyer. And after a week of running ads, we got a potential buyer. And though the property is in a different province, I'm in Lagos, while the property is somewhere in Port Harcourt, that's in Nigeria, a city called Port Harcourt in Nigeria. The property is in Port Harcourt, and we had to send our team in Port Harcourt, in our branch in Port Harcourt, to go and inspect the property before we could come alongside with our client. Unfortunately, we discovered that the property was a ghost property. The property does not exist. The property does not exist. Now, in talking about the mistake many people make in making real estate investment is what? They don't spend time to do what? They don't review property what? Portfolio. There's a lot. Yes, there's a lot when it comes to reviewing property portfolio. Are you getting me? Mostly land acquisition process. When you want to acquire a land, you want to acquire a property, there are documents, there are legal documents that has to become that come alongside with these properties. Are we together? Now, I will list most of those properties. If you have your notepad, you can write it down. Types of land document and title. Types of land document and title. If you have a notepad, please, you can pen it down. Yeah, you can pen it down as I shared with us, because these things are very, very important. Now, why I'm saying this is under number 7. Under number 7, yeah, this is not reviewing property portfolio very well. Now, in getting a property, you must make sure that the survey plan is intact. Survey plan. Like, for instance, if you want to buy a land, you make sure that the survey plan, the number 1 common land title document you need to have or to make thorough investigation about is what? Survey plan. Are you there? Survey plan. Why the next one is what? Deed of assignment. Now this deed of assignment, okay, sorry, let me explain it too on the survey plan. The survey plan is actually a document prepared by a land surveyor. If you want to acquire a land, are you getting me? The survey plan is a document prepared by a land surveyor that shows the dimension. It shows the dimension of the land. It also defines the boundary. Hello, are you listening?
Yes.
Okay, it also defines what? It also defines the boundary and other information about the property. That's for the survey planning. While the second document you need to take consideration about is what? Deed of assignment. Deed of assignment is a legal document. Is a legal document for transfer of landed property. Now, the deed of assignment is prepared by a lawyer. It's prepared by a legal practitioner. So you have to take cognizance of all these things that I'm saying. Now, why am I saying this? Is because of what? The reviewing of property portfolio. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. The deed of assignment. Why the next one? You can call it a purchase receipt. If you're buying a landed property from a family, it is either called family receipt or purchase receipt. Is either called family receipt or purchase receipt. Okay. because of time factor, there's a lot, but okay, talking about the family receipt, CFO, certificate of occupancy, CFO, and governor's consent. That's part of the document. Because of time, and because of time, my time is fast spent, and well, there is more. There is more to discuss, but as time goes on, we'll actually continue. Are we together? Okay, so because of time, I will just run through the slide. Real estate and you, it refers the to the earth surface down to the center of the earth and upward to the airspace, and it also differentiates real property and Sean talking about ownership, property ownership, and all that. Okay, now talking about the physical characteristics of real estate. Physical characteristic of real estate. Okay. Now talking about the physical characteristics of real estate, let me run it down. Let me run it through. Okay. If you can see very well, we have immobility and indestructibility and uniqueness when it comes to the characteristics of real estate. Now talking about immobility, it is removable. It is removable, and the topography can be altered due to what geographical location of the parcel of land. Are we together? Yeah. So we don't have much time. So I'm going to send you the material. I'm going to send you the material for this course.
Okay.
Because of time, yeah. So you take your time to go through it, because we need to call on our next speaker. He's talking about the economic characteristic of real estate and the types of real estate as well. We have 4 different types of real estate: residential real estate, commercial real estate, industrial real estate, lands, and what special purpose. Now talking about the types of real estate, you have the residential real estate here, right? Now the residential real estate is talking about residential, for residential purposes, like which includes single family homes, corporate homes, duplexes, townhouses, and multi-family residence where 3 or more family can stay. We're talking about the commercial real estate. Commercial real estate, it could be used for business. Are we together? It's actually talking about a property exclusively for business purposes, such as the shopping mall, and such as stores, parking facilities, hotels, office complex, and all that. That's for commercial real estate. Trust you all are listening, right? Are you listening? Hello? Hello? Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. No, I actually talked about the commercial real estate. It talks about your parking space. That's a terminal. A terminal where you have your bus stop, and that's for transportation companies. Are you getting me? Now, most of those facilities, they are used for commercial. Those are called commercial real estate. They are majorly for business purpose. Are we together? Now you can also talk about your gas station, your hotels, your restaurant, your shopping mall, your cinema, just like your theaters and your event center. Now talking about industrial real estate, that's where you get your manufacturing property used for manufacturing, production, distribution, and storage and research and development, such as factories, power plants, and the warehouses. That's talking about the industrial real estate. While the land includes undeveloped property, vacant land, and agricultural land, such as farm, orchard, ranches, and timberland. Are we together? And the next is special purposes. Now, talking about special purposes, is a property used by the public or private sector, such as cemeteries, where they bury the dead. That's That's under types of real estate. Now we have special purposes like cemeteries, government buildings, libraries, party places, worship centers, and schools. That's your tertiary institutions. Talking about tertiary institutions, high schools, university, colleges, and others. You know? Yeah, okay. Okay, okay, okay. And what again? What again? Okay, okay, okay. This is how real estate operates. Okay, now this is a picture of the three categories of housing that we have. Trust, we cannot see the picture, right?
Yes.
Single family homes with 2 or 4 units, and multi-family building. That's under residential real estate. Are we together? Now, how to invest in real estate? There are a number of ways to invest in real estate. Some of most common ways are to invest directly in what? Home ownership. That's own a property. How you can invest, how you can make money from it. Home ownership, rental properties, and house flipping. House flipping, sorry. Now, I will explain more on this home ownership. Now, you can see the picture of a man with his ATM card, right? Making a payment, and the other man with a building on his hand, trying to exchange. They are trying to transact, trying to make a transaction. That's for home ownership. That's for those that have their money in bulk. You can get the property. Now, this is a rental properties. You can also make money in rental properties as well. And okay, okay. And the next is house flipping. Now, talking about the house flipping, how many of us could see the picture before, after, and before?
We can see it.
You can see it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you check very well, you see that the building, the before was looking old, right? Looking old and unkept, right? Now, do you know that the value of the property before and after can't be the same after the renovation? Correct or not?
Correct.
Now,
Yes.
yeah. Now, the house flipping is talking about renovating an old building. Renovating an old building. Now, I know of a lady in Nigeria that actually renovated the apartment they had. They had to turn it into a guest house, just like a mini hotel. They had to turn it into a guest house, and they make huge money from it. They make huge money from it. Now, this is before, while this is after. Are we together? That's talking about house flipping. Okay, yeah, this is a picture of a residential property and a picture of a commercial property as well. And this is an industrial property, lands. This is a special purpose. This is a picture. I just use a classroom as a case study. And 2 ways to make money when you buy property: property leasing and letting. Now, how many of us can differentiate property leasing and letting? Let me explain. Leasing is more than a year rentage. Are we together? Leasing of property starts from 3 years and above. I don't know how they do it in Tanzania, but in Nigeria, when you want to lease a property, you have to pay upfront 3 years and above. That's how you pay for your rentage. But for letting, you can pay for 6 months, you can pay for 3 months, you can pay for 1 year. Are you getting me? So that's it. And okay, there are pros and cons. There are advantages and disadvantages on buying a physical property. The advantage talks about you get steady income, offers capital appreciation, diversity portfolio, can be bought with leverage. Then a disadvantage, illiquid, influenced by highly local factors, requires big initial capital outlay, and require active management and expertise. Okay. Okay, and more will be discussed. More will be discussed on a book. There's a book I wrote called Real Estate Growth. How many of us are interested to get a book?
I'm interested.
You're interested, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Before the end of this course, I will actually introduce the book to us. Okay. I would actually love to introduce our second speaker, all the way from Arusha, Tanzania. She's not a person but Sara Ngonyani. Please, I would love us to welcome Sara Ngonyani. Sara, good evening, and thanks for connecting with us all the way from Arusha, Tanzania. We're actually blessed to have you connecting with us. You know, without you on this webinar, I'm not sure this webinar will actually be a success. And I'm not sure this webinar will be complete. So Sara, next to you. Next to you. You're welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Charles. Good evening, everyone.
Go ahead, Ms. Sara.
Good evening.
Thank you, Daniel, Remy, Precious, Elizabeth. Thank you guys for joining, and may I take this opportunity to thank Charles for such an honor to allow me to be one of the speakers in this webinar. I think he introduced me earlier, but just in a simple way, I am a serial entrepreneur. I do different businesses, and I'm at a starting point with real estate. I own a rental property. I do it for letting. Today I have come to learn the difference between letting and leasing. Anyways, I'm a digital marketer, a business consultant, but I like to inspire people with the knowledge I have. I love imparting knowledge to other people. So what I've been requested to share with you guys this evening is about digital marketing for real estate. So I'll also be going straight to my slides. I'll be sharing my slides. I wonder if, Charles, you have allowed me to share the slides?
Yeah, you can go on.
Okay, I'm trying to check because previously I saw the option, but now it's like I can't find it. Okay, seen it. Can you enable, because it is now disabled?
Okay, go on.
Still, it is telling me the host disabled the. Anyways, let's proceed because of time.
Okay.
So what I'm going to share is about why digital marketing for real estate, or the importance of digital marketing for real estate.
Okay.
Starting with the introduction part, I hope everyone understands when we talk about digital marketing. Can anyone share what do you know about digital marketing when we say digital marketing? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
we are listening.
Okay, I wanted someone to share about digital marketing because I don't want to be a preacher.
Pastor Sara.
No, Charles, you should stop that. Do you have any idea about digital marketing? Okay, anyways, I can still say because of time, and we are talking about the digital era in real estate. So I'll be focusing more on digital marketing, okay? So
Okay.
digital marketing is all about marketing using internet.
Okay.
So this includes the use of websites, the use of social media, okay? the use of YouTube channel. So whenever that you are using internet to market your property, to market your real estate business, that is digital marketing.
Okay.
There are so many channels, but I'm going to touch on few channels of digital marketing. So when we say digital marketing, we mean like there was a previous way of marketing before digital marketing.
Okay.
And that is traditional marketing.
Whoa.
So to differentiate traditional marketing, this is the marketing which relies on magazines, brochures, newspaper, TV, and radios. While digital marketing, as I said earlier, it is internet-based.
Okay.
So I hope that is clear to everyone.
Yeah. Very,
when
very
we talk
clear.
about digital, then there was a traditional one.
Very clear.
Very clear.
Very clear.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So from what I've prepared, I thought of sharing the current challenges that that real estate or realtors are facing, and try to also share what can be a good solution for those challenges, especially for the upcoming ones. And as you've said, this webinar is focusing more on the youth.
Yeah.
And statistically, Africa is leading. Our main population, our large population is under 19.
Yeah.
So we've got so many youth, we've got so many potential real estate agencies, business owners, that they have to be prepared on how to handle this business.
Okay.
So among the challenges that most of the real estate agents face is low inventory, especially for the new ones.
Okay.
When I talk about low inventory, I mean the challenge of finding the sellers, the challenge of being lack of experience and being attractive to the homeowners or the real estate property owners. So sometimes they're not comfortable with these new real agencies.
That's correct.
So the solution here is just to expand your sphere. Make sure you use the referrals as best way as you can. So whenever you have clients, you have to keep them, you have to keep in touch with them, you have to ask for referrals. That's the best way because they already trust you. So the second challenge that I've pinpointed is adoption of technology trends. You know, technology is emerging like every now and then.
Correct.
Yeah, so for those who are not in tech, who are not good in tech, I would advise you use the IT expertise, at least to start with and to build yourself. It's good to have a consultant who is an expert in IT.
Yeah.
The other challenge that that is there in the market is costly lead generation. It has been expensive. It has been a little bit expensive to get leads. Okay.
Yes.
Because you can find so many real estate owners, real estate business people, they have a database.
Definitely.
But now to convert that database into leads, into clients, it's a challenge.
That's correct.
So if you are using these social media, you better focus on building organic traffics.
Whoa.
Instead of running the ads while people don't know you yet.
Correct.
So utilize the organic traffic,
Okay.
the people that already
Know you.
have a clue about you, about your business.
Okay.
And if you can, you can use marketing automation.
Marketing what?
So there's some automation solutions that you can use. marketing automation. You automate your marketing system.
Okay.
You can use automated emails to advertise for those who interest. You can categorize, because normally when you advertise a property, a real estate property, some will show interest, like they're interested to know more about it.
Correct.
So some will like it, and some maybe will be like a straightforward, ready to buy.
Yeah, correct.
You see? So for those who are ready to buy, it's good to keep them so that you can resell, okay, other properties in case that you have other properties. So for cross-selling and reselling, you keep them. But those who have shown interest, also you can have their own category, just to keep on convincing them, keep on sending their adverts, keep on sending other different properties that they may be, they look like what maybe they were interested before.
Yes.
So these are the 4 challenges I've decided to pinpoint and how you can overcome them in the market. But I also thought it's good to share the future of the real estate or the opportunities that are inside there. I'm trying to touch this, but I've seen that you've already explained earlier the potential of this market, of this business, I mean. But just to mention few, we all know like cities are expanding, especially in our continent. So it tells a lot about the opportunities that are there in the real estate business. But also I can mention the greener future of the real estate, because of almost the same reason, the urbanization, population growth. This one is like a green pasture or the greener future of this business. And the real estate technology trends also is one of the best feature that tells a lot about the opportunity which is hidden in the real estate business. As you said, this one is a long-term investment. This one is the quickest and it's more promising wealth creation than the rest of the businesses. And if I remember well, you mentioned about the successful people in the world like Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, and one of my mentors called Dan Lok also is very successful, but through real estate business is where he made a lot of money. So technology also continues to simplify. I'm talking about the trends now. It simplifies the real estate transactions. So for this case, we should not only focus on the locals when we are marketing our businesses, we should focus worldwide, because now people are buying properties everywhere. I normally like sometimes when I find these adverts from Dubai, they are selling apartments. So they're trying to convince everyone in the world, come and buy properties in our country. So these are the opportunities that they are there in this business that we should consider them whenever we talk about this business and focusing more in the digital world. Am I going too fast? Have I left anyone behind?
No.
No, Sarah, we are
All right.
listening. We are listening. I'm listening.
You're
I'm getting,
listening?
yeah, I'm actually getting value.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So after talking about the opportunities, the challenges,